Hey Nathan, alright, I'm going to try to address your problem with your hub. As you said, you have a Mafia bike. I didn't even know Mafia bikes were out. I thought they were coming out for another 6 months, the whole bike setup with the hubs and everything. Right, the problem is I couldn't find specs on that hub yet because they're relatively new. So, and I don't know anybody that has one that I could borrow to make this video. So I'm using my hub and I'm hoping it'll help you. One of the problems you said you had was, I'm almost positive that you addressed me because your washers you couldn't get your washers off. And well, normally your washers are hard to get off. One of them should be easier than the other because the way they spin, one's always easier than the other. Now my one that's easier, which I'm almost positive on all bikes, is the non-drive side. If you have right-hand drive, so the non-drive side. And I just take off, you want to get to the driver, but my driver one doesn't come off, it comes a little bit off and then stops, I don't know why. So I take off my non-drive side bolt, because it's easier to get off anyway, it's easier to start grabbing that off than the other one. So I just fully unscrew that. Now I don't know what the specs are on your hub itself, but you might have a bolt that looks somewhat like this, or you have a bolt that looks somewhat like that, where it's more of like, well, on the inside of mine, it has a little lip, and that lip is for to protect your bearings and stuff and to hold them in place. This one's hollow. As you can see, it has a lip that goes in, kinda. Well, it's because one of them has a bolt that's really, this one has a bolt that's really small that goes in the middle, and this is just like a case that goes over it to keep it, like, to keep the bolt protected. So these are really bad, these are hard to get off. That's why that might be one of your problems, that this is hard to get off. So that's one of your problems. You just have to pretty much pry it off and get new ones. If you have one like this, you just pretty much do what I just told you, where to go the other side or whatever. Now you took off the non-drive side one. At this point, you're gonna take like an adjustable hammer and just smack it until it pops out. Then you want to pick that up. If yours hit the ground too, which I wish mine didn't, but it did, pull all the hair off. Pull whatever extras are on there and just get away with it. Now where you want to put most of your grease is in the middle right there, as you can see, and then you have the prawls. You want to lightly finger the grease on the prawls. You don't want too much grease on the prawls, that's what makes it loud. I mean quiet, it's too much grease. So if you try to make it louder, you want a little grease. If you try to make it quieter though, you might want more grease. I don't know what you're trying to do, you didn't really, I forgot to ask you. So you just smack out the other side though, and then it should come out. You'll see your bearing right there, right here, and then your driver, and then the spacer thing that wouldn't come off. And then you grease it up, use a thicker kind of grease, don't use the WD-40 like I told you before, and then just shove it back in there. Because you took it out that way, you're gonna have to smack it back in so you can get your bearing back in there. And then when you spin it, it should be louder than it was. And so you might get annoyed with it though, and you might want to make it less loud. So all you do is put thinner grease on there, or a thinner layer at least of grease, and then it should fix itself. When you put these back on, if you have those other things, you don't want to tighten them too much, so they'll squish your bearings and then you'll go slow and they'll break and then you'll need to buy new ones and stuff. So you want to make sure it's on there, but not like finger tight. You don't need a wrench. And then that's pretty much it. Make sure you have sealed bearings before you do all this too, because if you don't have sealed bearings, it's just gonna ruin your hub. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Message me and let me know how it goes, if it worked, if I helped you at all, and if not, tell me what I didn't do to help you, and I'll try to make another video. It would probably help if I didn't help you, if you send me a video of what's going wrong with your hub, why it's not doing it, and then so I can get a more accurate point of view, because my point of view right now is blurry. I don't even know, I've never even seen this hub. I saw the video you sent me about it, about the specs of it, but it had no specs of the hub, so it was just, I'm going in this and just trying to tell you what I can tell you about how I would do it with my hub, and hoping that it works to help you find a solution to your problem with your bike. Other than that, there's not much that I can really say. So just good luck. Message me and let me know how it works out, if it worked, if you need help, if you need me to make another video. So, alright. Hope it works, Nathan. Good luck.